folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again to Henry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night. I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd and a couple. Carr. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st down, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Toss right to Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain. It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games, and now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Raiders. DeSean Jackson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind says...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Henry again on 2nd down. 1st down and much more for Henry. And shedding a man at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. To try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Titans 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Carr now on first down. Flushed out right. Throw to the right, taken in by Berrios. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Carr. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Tannehill. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one unless there's another defensive penalty.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Raider offense set to get this drive started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful
pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there for the Raiders.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Tannehill's throw into the hands of Firkser here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, they go again with Henry. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Titans 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. And he completes it to Berrios. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3 quarters in the books.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a play fake. Carr. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for the Titans. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll run it again with Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st down.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
So they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this will result in it losing yardage. Back to the 3. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, what a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they finally get him down at the other 46. It's a big play there for Vegas. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. Carr going to look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Las Vegas, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for the Titans, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.